Finishing off Week 12 of the Simulation Football League, we head to Denton, Texas, and Medal of Honor Field. Two teams on the outskirts of playoff contention, hoping to keep themselves alive. It's the San Diego Mavericks and the Lone Star Glory. Hello, everybody. Ethan Muslin here alongside my partner, Jay Hayden. Jay, Lone Star at 5-4. They're at the bottom of the Tex-Mex division. Shows how strong that division has been throughout this season. San Diego 3-6. This is a must-win situation for them, with Vegas and Tulsa getting their wins. A loss here means any 7-loss team is out of the playoff hunt. So now it's must-win for the Mavs.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself, Ethan. Both teams right now are actually at the bottom of their respective divisions. And like you mentioned, I mean, this is a game certainly for San Diego. They have to win if they want to ensure at least an opportunity to try to get into the playoff after Week 14. But this is an interesting matchup. I mean, it's not a secret. San Diego is one of the better teams, if not the best team in our league in terms of passing the ball. Defensively, they've got a ton of work to do. Last 3 games, it seems like both teams are kind of going in 2 totally different directions. You got San Diego, who's dropped 2 of the last 3, and Lone Star was actually won 2 of the last 3 in a very interesting battle last week against Jacksonville. So this is for sure going to be an interesting matchup, and I can't wait for it to kick off.
Yeah, it'll be a fantastic game. San Diego's, we were talking about on defense, on the lower threshold in all categories. Bottom of the league in points allowed, bottom of the league in yards allowed, in passing touchdowns allowed, second to the bottom in rushing touchdowns allowed. There's a lot of work on the San Diego defense, and they're going to have to really step up to keep the Mavs in play. San Diego will receive the kickoff to start the first half. Matt Finnick on the tee, and we are off and running from Denton. Ball taken from about the 2-yard line. Going to be brought out to the 20, 25, 30. Wrapped to the left side was Liam Hammer. He'll get down to the 32. So we'll get to Scar Patterson and that high-powered San Diego Air Show, top in the league in passing yards.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it, Ethan. I mean, last week alone, Scar Patterson threw the ball 71 times. I'm ready to see if they're going to do something similar to that tonight.
Yeah, 71 attempts for nearly 600 yards. A very nice completion for Sandy Schaefer Patterson. He's going to screen it out to the left side. It'll be capped for no gain on the play. Christian Pierce, the running back, making that reception. We'll introduce the rest of the San Diego offense. We've seen Scar Patterson pass to Christian Pierce. And we also have Nick Hoagland, the fullback, up in the backfield. Wide receivers are Liam Hammer, Gunnar Lewis, and Optimus Klein. Tight ends are Julian Gusters, Week 2 signing, and alongside Bill Cherry. On the line, Brickashaw Molyneux and Finley James handle left tackle and left guard, respectively. Second down and 10. Patterson's going to throw here, dump to the right side. It is nearly caught by Liam Hammer. Looks like he got broken up on that play by Mickey McGuire. This is going to set up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Ethan, Mickey McGuire doesn't make that play. I know this isn't college, but we're singing a fight song for San Diego. I mean, they're definitely going to be in the end zone on that play. It's a great job there from number 38.
Sets up 3rd down and 10. Patterson will have 3 wide receivers. He's got both Pierce and Hoagland in the backfield. Big step drop. Pressure coming here up the middle and brought down for the sack. It's a loss of 6 on the play. Yogi Barr making that happen. We'll introduce the rest of that Lone Star defense. On the line, Jukin Rugen, Yogi Barr, and Stephen Fellows second alongside Tina Begin. Linebackers are Freddie Trammell, Bogey Barr, and Jay Mart. Corners are Mickey McGuire and Bo Martin Jr. Safeties are Rain Rie, Jeff Spigoli, Albert Begin, and Nate Hall. So 3 and out for San Diego is going to bring Alex Deminen up to punt this away. Greg Soto is going to be doing returns for the Glory. He's going to take this from 37. Punching through, gets to the 48-yard line, and that's as far as he'll get. Nice return of about 10 yards on the punt return to set up Lone Star right near midfield.
And that's the reason why they wanted someone as talented as Greg Soto returning those punts and returning those kickoffs. At any point in time, he could break one loose for 6 points.
So they're going to set up at the 48-yard line. Ace Fennick, the quarterback for Lone Star, going to have 2 wide receivers to the right side. Gonna step back, screens the pass out, completes to Ike McBride. She'll get up to first down and a little bit more, and gonna get brought down towards the 31-yard line. Beautiful gain on that play for 20 yards.
Ike McBride, 6'2", 230. She's one of the toughest halfbacks we have here in the SFL. And one thing I noticed there from San Diego, they play those defensive backs pretty deep on that play. They may not want to do that for the entirety of this game.
21-yard gain on that play for Ike McBride. Ace Fennick gonna throw here to the right side. It's a wobbler. Then overthrew his target there. It looks like that might have been Deuce Fennick, the intended target, to set up second down.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was Deuce or if that was B Robo, but yeah, that ball just came out wonky that time. If he could have it back, obviously he would probably put a little bit more accuracy on that one and probably get a first down.
Second down and 10. Fennick will be under center with 2 wide receivers. Ike McBride in the backfield. They're going to rush 4 from San Diego. Throw to the left side to be completed to B Robo. And that'll be good for about 3 yards. We'll introduce the rest of the Lone Star offense. We've seen Ace Fennick and Ike McBride in the backfield alongside Mateo Pravado. Wide receivers are Ziggy Ronick, Greg Soto, and Deuce Fennick. Alongside that aforementioned B Robo. Tight ends are Garrison Blue and the rookie Hank Earl Troll. Lone Star going to go into the shotgun here with 3 wide receivers. Nickel package for the Mavericks. High snap for Ace. Going to throw it incomplete. That one was intended for Garrison Blue. Nothing going for there, so that'll force Matt Fennick to come out and kick the field goal.
Something similar I noticed, Ethan, that Lone Star in San Diego is doing, not terribly often, but at least early on in the ball game. San Diego decided to go with that press man defense on that last play, and I think that kind of threw off the timing a little bit for that route, and I think that's what resulted in that errant pass from Ace Fennick.
So they'll bring out Matt Fennick, who has been 17 of 17 for this season. It'll be about a 45-yard attempt from the left hash. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up on the way. It is good. First points of the board belong to Lone Star. They now lead San Diego 3-0 with 8:49 to go in the first quarter. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. San Diego to get this ball once again. Hammer going to take this from the 2. Then go to the right side. This time, no, cuts back to the left around the 20 and get wrapped up around the 24-yard line. And get tackled there on the play by Joe Baldonado, secondary defensive end, doing special teams out there. And they'll bring San Diego out once again.
Yeah, both of these teams having dynamic players returning kickoffs for them. I wouldn't be surprised to see if one of those things breaks for a touchdown.
It would be most likely to see something like that happen. Liam Hammer has brought one back to the house on punt returns. Patterson going to throw on first down, deep down the middle. Pass completed. Great catch on that play by Optimus Klein. Going to set it right at the midfield stripe. A big gain of 26.
Yeah, big gain indeed. And hey, this is what we anticipated, right? San Diego, we're watching a San Diego game or calling a San Diego game, we expect to see a ton of pass plays throughout said game. They didn't even have their halfback in the backfield on that play at all. I'm sure that won't be the last time we see that.
And that's the reason I keep calling this San Diego passing game the San Diego Air Show. They always put on a performance when things are going right. 1st and 10 from midfield. Patterson with the pass right side. Wide open receiver and a big hit to Liam Hammer. He goes down to the 24. It's another 26-yard gain.
Wide open indeed. Watch this replay. You see Liam Hammer just running a simple corner route here. And I think that was a little bit of a busted coverage. That safety's got to come over there when they're running that cover 2 defense. The cornerback's expecting the safety to come over top and help out on that particular route. Unfortunately for him, Liam Hammer is just one of the best route runners we have in the league, and that resulted in a first down.
So 2 plays, one from Optimus Klein, one to Liam Hammer. Now they're inside Lone Star's 25 from the shotgun. Patterson throws the deep ball again. This one deflected and incomplete. That one knocked away by Freddie Trammell. This sets up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Freddie Trammell, yeah, a ton of experience here in SFL in his 7th season, so he's going to anticipate a lot of those kind of passes coming his way, and he's probably going to deflect a few as well.
Absolutely right on that one. Trammell having himself a pretty nice season as well. 47 tackles, 4 of them for a loss, 5 pass deflections. That one going for number 6. 2nd and 10, 4 wide receivers. Patterson throws a short pass. It's completed to Gunnar Lewis. We'll take it out of bounds at the 19 for a gain of 6. Now they're inside the Lone Star red zone.
And all that was, Ethan, was Scar Patterson reading the defense. On the opposite side of the field, Gunny McGuire actually was closer up to the wide receiver, playing kind of in that cover 2 once again. But Bo Martin on the opposite side was playing more of a cover 3. So he just goes to that side, runs out route, connects with wide receiver.
3rd down and 4, 3 wide receivers to the right side. Patterson, quick step, throws to the right, completed decline, and gets the 1st down, stretching it out just beyond the 14. They'll call it to about the 13.5-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for San Diego.
Just barely gets there, but all he needs is to get there in order to get that 1st down. That's exactly what they did there, and now they have a new set of downs.
This drive going very quickly right now. This is only play number 6. But they've already gone 63 yards on this drive so far on the 2 and 2. Patterson with the quick step, throwing left side. Pass completed to Gunnar Lewis, who steps out of bounds at the 8. Another 6-yard gain puts him to 2 receptions for 12 yards. Sets up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and same thing on that play that we saw a couple of plays ago. I think the game plan must be to just give them everything underneath just because of how much of a threat these wide receivers are in terms of being a deep threat. But we're getting really close to the end zone. They're going to have to put more pressure on.
Patterson going to throw on the offset eye. Again, it's going to Lewis. And only going to get about 3 on that one before he stepped out of bounds. A good catch, though, to bring up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, 3rd and 1 here. I'm anticipating seeing Lone Star kind of put more pressure on those wide receivers on this down simply because they only need that 1 yard as opposed to actually getting in the end zone here in order to extend the drive.
San Diego going to set up in a heavy set. They've got 2 receivers, and then it looks like it's Pierce in the backfield. 3rd down and 1. Patterson faking the handoff. Going to throw towards the end zone. It is caught! Touchdown, San Diego! Liam Hammer with the tiptoe grab, and San Diego's on the board.
Ethan, what a play-action play, and what a catch there from Liam Hammer. The tippy toes, the toe drag swag, just to make sure that he can get those toes in the end zone for the touchdown. I was wondering if we would see Lone Star challenge that play. They didn't even bother. What a beautiful catch there, beautiful play there from San Diego.
That drive going 8 plays, 77 yards, no rushing plays. It was all passes with Patterson going 7 for 8. Alec Finley going to kick the extra point. It's up and through. That'll set up San Diego now in the lead, 7-3, with 6:22 to go here in the 1st quarter. And that's going to be something we're going to have to really keep an eye on, because the last 12 plays that the San Diego has run, there's only been 1 running play, and that's going to be concerning.
Yeah, here's the thing, Ethan. Why bother? When you've got Liam Hammer, Gunnar Lewis, Optimus Klein, when you've got the weapons and Scar Patterson getting them the ball, why bother running the ball?
So they're going to bring this one out to the 26-yard line on a decent return. And we'll see how Lone Star will react to the San Diego touchdown, see if they can get one of their own. Looking at that San Diego offense, once again, they average 439 yards per game, with 2nd in the SFL, 2nd most touchdowns in the air with 26. Boy, they really do have an air show. 1st and 10 for Lone Star. Ike McBride going up the center. She'll get about 6 yards on that play before getting brought down. And that'll give us time to introduce the San Diego defense. On the line is Mac Dre, Kratos Maximus, the 2 rookies, alongside Nick Brummer, who was also from a Week 2 signing. Linebackers are Leon Thunderman, Garrett Evans, and Pete Mitchell. Cornerbacks are Tom Krieg and Zach Lake. Safeties are KJ Bailey, Ray Lenero III, Zach Holdorf, and Marcus Hawk. Hand off for McBride again. She tries to find a hole. Cannot go anywhere on that play. It'll be looks to be about no gain with the stop being made at number 93, Charles Ledbetter. And that's set up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Charles Ledbetter there and Garrett Evans, man. And listen, Ethan, this is why you're one of the best. You choose the perfect time to announce that defense, because on that play previous to that, if Liam Thunderman didn't make that tackle, that's a touchdown there for Ike McBride.
Sets up 3rd and 4. Ace going to throw to the left side. It's completed, but short of the first down. A good catch from B. Rabot. It's not going to do anything for Lone Star. It'll be force of 3 and out.
Yeah, a great tackle there from Zach Lay, making sure that they don't get that first down. Just 1 yard short. They're not going to come out with the offense here too far in their own territory here, so they're going to go ahead and punt it away.
It'll force Max Luna to punt out the football. And it'll be returned at about the 31-yard line. Nothing doing on that punt return, maybe about a yard or two. But San Diego getting the football on the flip.
Okay, so Ethan, what do you anticipate this drive featuring a ton of? Passes, right? Like that. I mean,
considering it's San Diego, I think you're right on that one.
Yeah, it's not a secret. Let's see if they trick us on this particular drive. I'm not anticipating that being the case.
They're going to have 2 receivers to the right on the I formation for first down. Patterson from under center. Not going to hand it off. Going to throw the deep ball down the middle. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, big. Nearly got that one from Albert Begin. Just couldn't keep a hand on it. 2nd down.
Yeah, Albert Begin, their strong safety, using every bit of that 6'3" frame that he has to get his hands on the ball there. I'm sure he would want that one back and come down with it for an interception and give his offense the ball back.
San Diego going to go with 4 wide receivers for 2nd down, 3 receivers to the left side. Dime package for Lone Star. Patterson in the shotgun, stepping back, in a little bit of trouble, got it away just in time before Tina Begin brought him down. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Tina Begin, 5th season here in the SFL. She's going to be in that backfield a ton. She's no stranger to it, and Scar Patterson knows it. That's the reason why he was able to kick the ball away in the timing he was, albeit still an incompletion.
Tina Begin in the top 10 with the number of sacks, 8.5, puts her 8th in the SFL. 3rd down and 10. Patterson from the shotgun. Pressure again, and down he goes again. Tina Begin turns it from 8.5 to a 9.
Tina Begin back in the backfield. Jukin Rukin in the backfield. She said, all right, I was a split second too slow the last time. I won't be this time. She gets to Scar Patterson just in time for that beautiful sack there on that play.
Yeah, Jukin Rugen there getting the half sack. That now ties him with Kevin Bain for 70.5 in his career for 10th all-time in the SFL. Congratulations to Jukin Rugen as the punt from Dominen is taken from about the 38, brought up to the 42-yard line. Lone Star getting the ball once again, now in better field position.
Yeah, much better field position for sure. Well, I say much better, 7 yards. Different than what the last drive was, but certainly being that it's first down, you feel more confident being able to put points on the board here.
He's going to have a heavy package here, power I, 1 receiver to the right side, for 1st and 10. Going to throw, has some time, going to screen it out. Ike McBride going to hold on, keeps moving and runs out of bounds around the 49-yard line. Looked like she still wanted to keep going, but they said, hey, hold up. You got enough yards. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and here on this replay, just watch. I mean, you see the strength here on this stiff form. Get out of the way. I'm trying to get more yards. Honestly, Ace Fennick probably should have thrown her the ball a little bit earlier there on that screenplay. Not real sure what he was looking for downfield, but either way, they still were able to get about 7 yards on that last screenplay.
Heavy I formation for 2nd down. No pressure showing from San Diego. Ike going to go up the middle, trying to push for the 1st down, and she will get it. Just enough to cross the plane and move the sticks. And it'll be 1st down in San Diego territory.
Yeah, Ike McBride, not necessarily known for her agility, more so known for her strength and power, but there she was able to maneuver through the hole there against that 4-3 defense from San Diego.
Another heavy eye here. They're going to hand off to Ike. Goes left and only going to get about a 1-yard loss. Not even back to the line of scrimmage. This one tackled by Pete Mitchell. Now 2nd and long coming up.
Yeah, Pete Mitchell, the one-time all-star here for San Diego there for a season with the Mavericks. Getting into the backfield, they're making sure she doesn't get any yards on that last play.
2nd and 11. Pro set with 2 wide receivers. Ace going to step back, throws to his right. It'll be completed. Greg Soto getting his first reception of the day. Going to set up a 3rd down and 2 now at the 40.
Yeah, that was a beautiful read there from Ace Finnick. I know they didn't get a ton of yards on that play, but the safety actually was up on the opposite side of the field, so he decided to go with the out route closer to us here and get a good bit of yards.
3rd and 2 coming up. Twins to the left side. Ace going to step quickly. Gets the pass to Soto. It's complete for a 1st down. Just needed to get 2. They got 4, and that'll move the chains.
Greg Soto out route to the near side, and then Greg Soto with an out route to the far side there, getting the 1st down. I'm certain he's going to be going to number 18 pretty often in this ball game, and probably for the better.
Yeah, Greg Soto, the 2nd highest receiver on Lone Star, 634 going into this game. Ike McBride's going to find a hole for a 1st down. Shaking 1 tackle, gets to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and down to the 6-yard line. A beautiful run from Ike McBride sets up 1st and goal at the 6.
Ethan, we just talked about it. Ike McBride and that power. It's going to take more than one defender to get her down more often than not. Here we see her break 3 or 4 tackles before she is finally down deep in San Diego territory. She is a load to take down, and I am not jealous at all of the Mavericks for having that responsibility here in this ballgame.
And props to Kratos Maximus for keeping up with Ike McBride and helping to make that play. Ace going to look down for the end zone. Incomplete, intended for B. Robo. Nothing happening on that one. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, I think the defender there for San Diego, and I didn't get a chance to see who it was, but they just kind of threw off that route just enough to keep B. Robo from catching the ball there on that particular play. I believe he got his hands on the ball. He just wasn't able to come down with it.
2nd down and goal. Ace will have 3 wide receivers. San Diego in the nickel package. From under center, Fennick steps. Gonna throw to the end zone. Incomplete. And looks like I think that one might have been intended for Ziggy Roenick or Greg Soto. Couldn't tell. Yeah, it will be for Soto. And that'll set up 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, something, Ethan, I wasn't expecting to see here in this ball game. A lot of errant passes from Ace Finnick. It's something that this defense is doing, perhaps that they haven't done in the previous weeks, that is throwing this offense for Lone Star off just a smidge.
Now 3rd down and goal. 4 wide in the shotgun. 3 to the right. Ace going to throw. Right side to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Looks like B. Robo was the intended target for that one. Nothing doing on that, and that'll force the field goal unit to come out once again.
Yeah, I got to give props here to San Diego Mavericks defense here. I mean, they're just making plays when they need to make those plays. Lone Star got down, again, deep into the Mavericks territory. They're probably going to put 3 points on the board here, but they kept them out of the end zone, and as far as I'm concerned, that's a win for San Diego.
I'll bring Matt Fennick out to kick the field goal. This will be about a 23-yard attempt from the left hash. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on its way, and it's good. So Lone Star will cut the lead down to 1. It'll be a 7-6 ball game with just about a minute to go here in the 1st quarter. You got to figure San Diego's got to feel good about holding Lone Star to only 2 field goals right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that they feel that pressure. I mean, we mentioned it at the start of this game. They need this win if they want an opportunity for the first time ever to get into the playoffs, get into the postseason. So they got to have this win if they want that to be the case.
And we're going to take this from the 2-yard line. It'll be about a 24-yard return. Going to set it up to the 26. And you're absolutely right about that. San Diego has been having some struggles as of late. They've been, they lost two, then they won two, they lost another two, they beat Atlanta, and then they've lost another two against Fort Worth and Las Vegas the past couple of weeks. They're hoping to keep their playoff hopes alive. A win here would certainly do that, and would tie the best record in franchise history. Patterson under pressure here is going to throw down the middle. Wide open catch for Liam Hammer. Going to bring it down to the 37-yard line. An unbelievable catch. The air show keeping San Diego in float.
And Ethan, on most plays we've seen from this Lone Star defense, they've tried to play them deeper just because they know that this wide receiver core is so dangerous. On that particular play, though, they were up close. They bumped those wide receivers. And whenever you do, you pick your poison. I mean, he can either go to Liam Hammer, or he can go to Optimus Climb, or he can go to Gunnar Lewis. That time he goes to Liam Hammer for massive yardage.
Goes it for 37. Patterson going to screen it out here to, that is Julian Gusters, the tight end. Going to bring it up to the 27-yard line, and a great 10-yard gain for a first down.
And I think that's about the closest we've seen to a run play, albeit still a pass play there to the flats. But this San Diego Mavericks offense is just awesome, incredible.
That's the end of first quarter. San Diego home the lead on Lone Star, 7-6, but there's 3 more quarters left to play. You're watching the SFL, presented by APA Music on Twitch. Start of the second quarter here at Medal of Honor Field in Denton, Texas. Ethan Muslin, Jay Hayden on the call for you tonight. San Diego with the football in Lone Star territory on the 27. Taking the handoff. Patterson in a little bit of trouble. Going to get it away. Going to run it himself. And keeps going to the 21-yard line. Good awareness by Patterson to see an open field and get a gain of 6.
Yeah, and the thing that I find interesting is they decided to go to play action there, although they haven't run the ball all game long, so it's not really going to fool the defense a ton. Tina McGinn was there getting ready to make the play, but unfortunately for her, Scar Patterson just used that speed to get a few yards.
Now the 21-yard line on a tight end flex, offset eye. Patterson stepping back, throws out to Pierce. Oh, but he can't hold on to it. Off of his hands and incomplete. He set up 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, that was his opportunity there to get his hands on the ball, make a play, get some yards, and unfortunately it just didn't pan out for him. So I think now San Diego probably is just going to go back to what they've been doing. What's worked for them is getting the ball to the wide receivers.
Going to go to 3rd down and 4. Lone Star's looking to be in a 33 nickel. 3 wide receivers for San Diego. Quick pass down the middle, incomplete. That looked intended for Liam Hammer, but Gunnar Lewis, the intended target on that one, but broken up by Freddie Trammell, and that'll bring out the field goal unit for the Mavs.
Yeah, just a beautiful play defensively there from Freddie Trammell. Again, he's no stranger to any of these looks that he's going to see from San Diego, so he's going to be able to make a lot of those pass deflections throughout this game, and they needed it there.
So that'll bring out Alec Finley to kick the field goal. This will be about a 38-yard attempt. He went 3 for 3 last week, with his longest being 44 yards. Let's see if he can do well here. Kick up on the way. It is good. And that'll bring the lead for San Diego back to 4. They lead at 10-6 with 10:15 to go in the second quarter. The SFL Weekly Fantasy Contest is officially up and running. Think you can draft the best team every week while staying under the cap? Or maybe you just want to enhance your SFL experience. It's free to play with no season-long commitment, and a new contest opens every week on Tuesday night. Join today and show off your fantasy skills to the rest of the league. Contact Jack Wall, Stephen Hacker, or Hunter Norwood on the SFL Discord to join today. That San Diego drive going 6 plays, 53 yards, resulting in that field goal. And again, it was 1 run play. They've only run 3 running plays this entire half, as Soto's going to bring it up to the 27-yard line. It's a little concerning. I know we all say San Diego's got the best passing game in the league, and I don't blame him on that, but it kind of worries me that this might turn the team a bit one-dimensional.
Yeah, perhaps. You know, obviously Lone Star having the coaching staff that they have, they'll make adjustments in the second half, but it's worked so far.
So now Ace Fennec going to get under center with 3 wide for first down. Quick step, throws to his right. It's complete. And a good pass there for a gain of 7 to Deuce Fennec. There's the Card Shark connection making its debut tonight. And it'll set up second down and 3.
Yeah, just a simple out route there to Deuce, getting 7 yards on that play. And they're probably going to do the same thing they did on the previous drive. Just try to use those simple 5 to 6 yard out routes. You know, get them some yards, get down the field. This time, I'm sure they want to get in the end zone rather than get the field goal.
Ace will be in a pistol set for second and 3. San Diego showing a little bit of pressure. And then they'll back it off. Ace going to throw down the middle. This one is intercepted! Picked away from San Diego. And there's the first mistake of the ball game. This one picked away by Ray Lanerl III.
Ray Lanerl, 4th season here in San Diego. Watch this vertical leap from the 5'10" free safety for San Diego. Jumps about 40 inches, catches the ball at his highest point, the way a wide receiver should, but he does it as a defensive back, giving his offense the ball back now and the momentum on the side of San Diego.
So they picked it off, and they'll say he was down at the San Diego 49. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Mavs. Patterson throwing deep ball down the middle, incomplete. That one looked to be intended for Gunnar Lewis. He wasn't anywhere near that one, unfortunately, to bring up second down.
Yeah, they're just not on the same page at all, and I'm a bit surprised with that being the case. You don't see that a ton with this San Diego passing offense at all. Most of the time, when they drop back, it's either a catch or a pick or, you know, a pass deflection or something. It's generally not just an errant pass from their quarterback.
2nd and 10. Pressure showing from Lone Star. They'll rush 4. Patterson going to throw to his right. It's complete to Liam Hammer. Just got in there at the 42 of Lone Star for a gain of 9 and set up 3rd and 1.
And once again here, Lone Star kind of letting them have whatever they want underneath. I mean, there's no defensive player in general anywhere close to number 11. They're going to challenge this, though. It was pretty close there on the sideline.
It was a close one. I thought perhaps maybe Hammer didn't get it, so we'll take another look at this one as Lone Star is challenging the call. We'll see here. The throw from Patterson. And this looks to be, I think this might stand. I think he got 1 foot in. Here comes the call.
The pass has been ruled incomplete. The catch was made out of bounds.
It was an out-of-bounds catch, so that is an incomplete pass. No reception for Liam Hammer. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, I think the ref decided that he didn't have complete possession before he came down on that last play.
It was either that or perhaps his foot was on the white line. And there's a big sack on 3rd down. A big one for Tina Begin. She's already up to 1.5 sacks today.
Number 9, Scar Patterson, is going to be sick if he's not already sick of seeing number 92 in blue, Tina Begin, in the backfield. 2nd sack for her, and I'm certain that won't be the last time we see her in the backfield.
That brings her up to a total of 10 sacks on the season, so Tina Begin now in double digits. Punt away here from Dominan's going to be taken at the 18 and only going to get about 2 yards on the return to set up Lone Star at their own 20-yard line. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for information about the league and its 28 teams. All the places you can watch live games, plus links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, and the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. SimulationFL.net, your home for everything SFL. It's going to hand it off to Ike here for first down. Cutting back to the inside. Going to get about 9 and change. Going to be just short of the first down. I'm going to say she picked up 9 before getting wrapped up by Pete Mitchell. Brings 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, Ike McBride once again showing that ability to drive those legs, showing that power that she has when she runs the ball. She absolutely trucked Rayla Nurl on that last play to get those 9 yards. 1 yard away now from a first down.
Going to go to 3 wide receivers. Pressure showing from San Diego. He's going to step real quick. Pass completed. And that's Garrison Blue getting his first catch of the day. Going to bring it up to the 45-yard line and a first down.
And that last play, that was just a beautiful read there from Ace Fennick. Watch this play. You see 28 on that play. That's a beautiful job from the camera crew there showing us that view of the field. You see Raylan Earl coming down inside of the box there for that cover 3. Ace Fennick just throws the ball right behind him there on that quick little post route, getting the first down.
That was a 16-yard pass completion to Garrison Blue. He's going to throw here up the middle, incomplete, intended for Deuce Fennick. The Card Sharks couldn't connect that time, as there was some little disruption on that play from San Diego and Charles Ledbetter.
Yeah, and once again, the San Diego defense doing a phenomenal job just throwing this offense off just enough on those plays to keep these wide receivers and tight ends from running the exact routes that they want to run and the routes that Ace Fennick wants them to run in order to be able to connect on these pass plays.
Second down and 10, nickel pack for San Diego, facing 3 wide receivers. He's going to step, little pressure, going to throw down the middle, completed again to Garrison Blue, going to bring it up to the 36-yard line. And a good completion of about, looks like to be about 18, 19 yards to bring up the first down.
Yeah, we check out this replay here. Watch this route there from Greg Soto. Absolutely leaves his defender there. Wasn't nobody even near him until they finally get a chance to make the tackle there. That was a beautiful route ran from Greg Soto on that last play.
Those two passes for Garrison Blue, he's already up to 34 yards receiving on the day just from those 2 catches alone. And off here to Ivy Pride. She'll get tripped up at the line just a little bit to get a gain of 4 before getting taken down by Marcus Hawk to set up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, they're going to keep driving here. And that was actually a great play call there offensively. San Diego came out more so in a pass sort of defense there. I believe it was a 3-2, expecting to pass the ball, and they decided to run it instead.
2nd and 6 with 4 wide receivers, 3 bunch to the left side. Bennett going to step back under pressure from his right side, stays on his feet. He's going to go for the run and just barely misses the first down. Slides out to give himself up, but he was just short of the marker, but a great awareness from Ace to get the positive yardage.
Yeah, you took the word out of my mouth, Ethan. That was just pocket awareness there from Ace Fennick, his ability to be able to shake that sack and to be able to get down the field to get the yardage that he just did.
So now it's 3rd down and short, heavy pro set. He'll hand it off up the middle for Bravado, and he'll get the first down to bring it up to the 22-yard line. 4 crucial yards to get the first.
Yeah, we've talked extensively about Ike McBride and her ability to run the ball. But don't forget about Mateo Bravado. He's going to get his carries as well, and when he does, he's going to take advantage of them.
And those 4 yards put him to over 100 rushing yards on the season. 1st and 10, heavy I formation. It'll be a free play. And Ike McBride going to see some room and get about 8 or 9 yards. So this will be a tough call to take the free 5 and the first down, or do you take the 8 and go for 2nd?
Yeah, I absolutely would take those yards if I was Glory here.
That one called against number 91 of San Diego. That is Cecil Harris, one of the secondary defensive ends. So set up Lone Star closer and closer to the end zone. And they decline the penalty to take the yards. It'll be 2nd down and 1. Twins to the left side. Ace stepping back, throws down the middle to the end zone. It's caught!
What a pass!
Robo!
What a pass, Ethan, there from Ace Fennick. I mean, he threaded the needle as well as you're ever going to see any quarterback in any league thread the needle. Watch this replay here. Watch this pass. I mean, you see the defense there. There's no room for error. I mean, there's no room for error at all. If he throws the ball off an inch, Zach Holdorf is coming away with that interception, or at least a pass deflection there. Not happening. Ace Fennick putting the ball where it needs to be there. Touchdown, Lone Star. Great drive for the Glory.
Yeah, it was Zach Holdorf and Zach Lay both there bringing the pressure on Robo, but managing to thread that needle, as you say, to get the touchdown. And the kick here from Matt Fennick is up and through. Going to make it 13-10 Lone Star with 5:45 to go here in the second quarter. That drive, 9 plays, 78 yards. A fairly run-heavy offense on that drive. 5 run plays compared to the 4 pass plays. Finishing off in that 13-yard touchdown to give Lone Star the lead. So we'll see how San Diego will respond on their next drive. Kick is away. Hammer will take this from inside his own end zone. Get up to the 10, to the 20. Staying on his feet just a little bit. Going to bring it up to the 24-yard line. About a 26, 27-yard return. Decent territory to start the next drive for the Mavs.
And Ethan, you just mentioned it. Contrasting styles here from the Mavericks and the Glory. The Glory decide to give the ball in the hands of Ike McBride as often as they can. And, obviously San Diego, no backs in the backfield. They're going to put the ball in the air once again here.
Yeah, it's 10 running plays for Lone Star compared to 4 for San Diego in this first half. Patterson on the floater is going to find a receiver. It's a great catch and a first down for about a gain of 15 yards. And that is Bill Cherry getting his first catch of the ball game.
Yeah, just once again, I know you get tired of hearing it, but just a beautiful pass from Scar Patterson there. A little bit of a wobbler, but in terms of where it needs to be, he put the ball right on the money there for Bill Cherry to come down with it.
Nice 15-yard gain to set up first down at the San Diego 39. So we're coming in on just about the 5-minute mark here in the first half. Offset I formation, faking the handoff. Patterson under pressure, steps up, and it's intercepted by Nate Hall, who takes it right back from San Diego. There's their first mistake of the game, and it's Lone Star Glory football once again.
Yeah, and honestly, Ethan, at this point, I'm not sure why they continue to do the play action here. I mean, Lone Star's not anticipating them running the ball at all. I mean, they've thrown the ball 20 times already. Nate Hall is just watching the quarterback's eyes. I see the play action, but you're not going to give it to your halfback. You're going to pass it. And he passed the ball there, but it goes straight to Nate Hall for a beautiful interception.
So they'll go to a heavy offset I for 1st and 10. Ace going to hand off to Ike. Going to cut to the right side. Got one tackle, but gets laid out by Pete Mitchell right up to the 39-yard line. A big gain of 8 yards. Great job by Ike Bride to stay on her feet after first contact.
Keep those legs moving. I mean, that's what she is. If she isn't the best, she's got to be in the top 5 of being able to continue to drive, continue to keep those legs moving. There, eventually, she was obliterated there from the linebacker from San Diego there, Pete Mitchell, but still able to get 8 yards on that play.
Going into a heavy pro set for 2nd down and 2. Ace under center, gonna throw on the quick step to his left, tipped away, incomplete, knocked out by Zach Lay. If he got better hands on that, that could have gone back for 6.
That was a dangerous pass there from Ace Fennick. Zach Lay, I'm with you. If he can have that one again, he's definitely going to try to put 2 hands on the ball, on that, particularly on that last play in order to come down, and that certainly would have been a pick 6.
Sets up a 3rd down and 2. San Diego showing a little bit of pressure. They only rush the 4. Ace going to throw to his left, completed for the first down. There's B. Robo again. Going to set up for the 33-yard line and a big 3rd down conversion for the Glory.
Just take what the defense is going to give you. If those defensive backs are going to play deep the way they did on that last play, just run that out route, get the yards you need. They need a ton in order to get the first down. They got what they needed, and now they continue to move this offense on this drive.
1st and 10. Heavy offset I. They'll hand off to Ike, who's going to get wrapped up in the backfield. Going to be a loss of 1 on the play. And that looked like it's probably Tom Krieg. Yes, it was. It was Krieg making the tackle for loss.
Yeah, Krieg there and Zach Holdorf both there in the backfield making the tackles there. So you get your defensive backs coming up to make a tackle on one of the strongest halfbacks in the league. Great job there from those defensive backs.
2nd and long, nickel pack for San Diego. Ace is going to throw down the middle. It's completed to Blue. He's going to bring it up to the 27 for a gain of 8. Now that'll set up 3rd down and 3. You got to think Lone Star definitely in field goal range, but they want to keep this ball moving.
Oh, absolutely. They definitely want to get these 3 yards in order to get in the end zone. They've got all the momentum right now, Ethan, so they want to continue to push right now, try to get 6 points on the board here.
They're down in three wide receivers. He's going to step back, throws down the middle, completed for the first down. B. Robo getting it once again. Now sets up at the 13-yard line after a 13-yard gain.
Yeah, beautiful route there from B. Robo. Really close to running into Garrison Blue there on that play. Stayed away just enough in order to get the ball, come down with it, get the first down. This offense here for Lone Star is driving. They're doing a phenomenal job of balancing this offense with run and pass plays.
So now 1st and 10, first and almost goal at the 13-yard line. Nickel pack for San Diego. Ace gonna throw down the middle. Caught for the end zone. Touchdown, Lone Star. Greg Soto gets the catch and puts the Glory up by 2 scores.
Yeah, at this point, Ethan, I think it's fair to say Ace Fennick is really feeling it. I mean, the last pass play that he threw, he had to thread the needle in order to get 6 points. What does he do? He follows that up with the same exact thing. He had to put the ball in a precise place. He had no room for error, and there was no error. He put the ball where it needed to be for Greg Soto to come down with a touchdown here, and Lone Star has all the momentum here in this ball game. Great job.
That drive going 7 plays, 46 yards, 2 runs, 5 passes. And the only mistake, as that kick from Matt Fennick is up and through, was that incompletion that was nearly brought back for the pick 6 from San Diego, but they just couldn't hold on to the football as from Zach Lay's deflection. So now Lone Star up 20-10 with 2:47 to go here in the first half. San Diego hoping to keep their air show afloat. They are on the brink of elimination. If they lose, they are out of the playoffs. Liam Hammer taking this inside his own end zone. They're running out to the 20 and to the 25-yard line. You see there the stats from Ace Fennick, 14 of 22 for 140 yards, 2 touchdowns. A great performance for him through the air. And Scar Patterson's been doing well for himself as well, just not been getting the completions he's been needing.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And that one interception was really costly for this San Diego Mavericks offense.
San Diego in the Woolery, 2-2. Patterson going to step back, throws the deep ball to the left side. It's complete to Gunnar Lewis. He's got a lane. He's up to the 30, down to the 22-yard line. And a touchdown-saving tackle from Rain Rie for the time being, but a flip of the field puts San Diego in glory territory.
And to be honest with you, Ethan, I didn't think anybody was going to catch Gunnar Lewis, because generally speaking, once he gets that much room, he is gone for 6. Lone Star better thank Rain Rie there extensively for that tackle that he was able to make, that touchdown-saving tackle he was able to make. But nonetheless, great job there from the San Diego Mavericks offense.
A couple seconds to go before the 2-minute warning. Pass to the right side here, complete to Optimus Klein, who gets the first down and gets out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Another gain of about 12 or 13 yards. And now it's going to be 1st and goal to go for San Diego.
Yeah, I mentioned it on the last Lone Star drive. Just take what the defense is going to give you. And there the defensive backs were, pretty deep trying to guard these wide receivers here for San Diego. I guess they didn't want to get burned again like they did on the previous play.
So that'll bring us down to the 2-minute warning. San Diego threatening to score and bring it to within 1 touchdown or at least a field goal. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music on Twitch. Two minutes to go here in Denton for the first half. San Diego in the shotgun with 2 receivers to the left, hoping to make this a 3-point game. Faking the handoff. Patterson under pressure. Got it away just before he got leveled by Juke and Rugen. It'll be incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And what do we notice on that last play? Once again, they're trying to do that play action pass that Lone Star is just not going to fall for. They're just not. So these defensive linemen, they're coming full speed to that quarterback every time they run that play action play.
2nd and 9. We're going to go into an I formation, 3 wide receivers. Looks like a nickel pack for Lone Star. Patterson stepping back, throwing to the end zone, knocked away, incomplete. Nice stop on that play from Nate Hall. Gets himself a deflection alongside that interception, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Yeah, that was a beautiful job there, pass deflecting that ball on that last play. Otherwise, that certainly would have been a touchdown. Great job there from Nate Hall.
Now 3rd down and goal. Patterson will be in the shotgun. 3 receivers right, 1 to his left. 33 nickel for Lone Star. They'll rush 3. Patterson looks to the end zone. Tipped away. Incomplete. Good knock away from Mickey McGuire to prevent any more points from being scored in the end zone. But Alec Finley will have an easy shot to bring it within 7.
Yeah, Mickey got really close there to coming down with that interception, but they'll take that deflection considering it is 4th and goal here. Once again, another win for this Lone Star defense here.
They'll set up Alec Finley for about a 25-yard attempt from the right hash. This will make it a 7-point ball game if it goes through. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on its way, and it's good from 25. That'll make it 20-13 Lone Star with about 1:46 to go in the first half. Now, Lone Star does get the ball back to start the second half. Are you thinking they might go for some more points, or do you think they might just want to hold on to it and go to the tunnel?
Well, I certainly would. I mean, obviously, you want to see how your first few plays are going to play out. They may decide to give the ball to Ike McBride, but that isn't a play that you're making or a decision that you're making to concede the half. I mean, they know just as well as anyone else does that you give the ball to Ike McBride, she can break one at any point in time. This Lone Star offense has been clicking on all cylinders pretty much, particularly here in this second quarter. We'll see what they decide to do, though, here as we get close to halftime.
Settle brought that out for about 25, 27 yards on the return. Going to set up Lone Star at their own 29-yard line. They're going to set up with 2 and 2. They got McBride in the backfield on this first play. Ace going to throw. Right side is completed to Blue. Cuts in ahead and going to get out of bounds at the 39-yard line for a good gain of about 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
Yeah, I guess that play is indicative of what we can expect to see here on this drive. You asked the question what they're going to do. They passed the ball on first down, so I think they're going to try to put more points on the board here in order to extend this lead.
Just need about a yard to move the chains here for 2nd down. Pro set with 2 wide receivers. Little pressure from San Diego. They'll back it off. Ace with time to throw. Gonna heave one down the middle. And it's completed! Garrison Blue's got room to run up to the 10 and down to the 9-yard line. Incredible pass to Garrison Blue. 1st and goal to go for the Glory.
Beautiful pass, beautiful catch. But what we saw in that last play there from Ace Fennick was just guts. I mean, he stayed in the pocket just long enough to make sure his wide receiver got open down the field. Great play.
Ace going to take the short pass, and Ike McBride could not hold on to it. It'll be incomplete, stopping the clock with 1:05 to go, and it'll be 2nd down and goal.
And excuse me, I said wide receiver actually was the tight end Garrison Blue, but that was a beautiful play there from Lone Star to get down deep into San Diego territory.
Yeah, this Lone Star offense holding their own in the passing game compared to San Diego. Ace Fennick right now 16 of 25 for 202 compared to Scar Patterson, who's 13 for 25 and 205. Ace going to throw one here to the end zone. Wide open touchdown, Ziggy Roenick. His first catch of the day is a score.
First catch, first touchdown today. 4th season here in Lone Star. 6'6", 240. You can't miss him, right? Well, it looks like San Diego's defense absolutely missed him. But again, you know, more than likely it was because they weren't anticipating him getting a target, at least not on this particular play. You know, Ace Fennick has gone to Greg Soto 4 times. He's gone to Garrison Blue 4 times. He's gone to B. Robo 6 times. And on the very first time he goes to Ziggy Roenick, it results in a 9-yard touchdown. Great drive there from Lone Star.
Yeah, that was a quick drive, too. 4 plays, 71 yards, all passes. So Lone Star doing their own air show as the extra point is up and through to make it 27-13 in favor of Lone Star. But there's still 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the first half, so San Diego will have some time to get the football back and possibly go downfield themselves to get it back into a one-score game. Matt Fenix with the ball up on the tee. Liam Hammer back to return. This will be taken inside his own end zone. Brings out to the 20, has some blockers, and only going to bring it out to the 23-yard line, so about a 25-yard run on the return for Liam Hammer. Sets up San Diego at the 23. And we'll see if the Mavs offense will throw some more bombs and hopefully maybe get themselves into better field position.
Honestly, Ethan, I can't see them doing anything else. They've thrown the ball 25 times. They've ran 0 times. So I don't anticipate this being any different at this point.
1st and 10 on a pro set. Patterson will step back. He'll throw it. Up down the middle. It's completed. Good for a first down. That catch by Bill Cherry. Good for about 10 yards. Moving the chains once again. Clock running with 45 seconds remaining. Going into the same set. Anderson with the fallback. Going to throw to his right, and it's incomplete. Intended for Liam Hammer. That will stop the clock with 40 seconds to go, and it'll be 2nd down.
And listen, I know they're down by 2 scores here, but they have got to be careful on this drive. They get the ball back in the second half, but what you don't want to do is throw an interception, turn the ball over, give Lone Star an opportunity to put more points on the board.
2nd down and 10. Patterson will have 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. Faking the handoff. Gonna throw. Has time in the pocket. Down the middle. Still caught by Cherry. Gonna get it down to the 46-yard line. Now San Diego will take their first time out. They'll stop the clock with 34 seconds. They'll put the ball at the Lone Star 46.
And there we see Bill Cherry just running the perfect route that gets right in front of the defender there for Lone Star. Freddie Tremmel there on that particular play, who's had a lot of pass deflections in this game, but just a great route ran there from Bill Cherry to get those yards.
Great reception. Bill Cherry now 3 for 3 with 50 yards receiving on the day. He's been doing pretty well for himself. 1st and 10. 2 receivers right. Offset I formation. Patterson stepping way back. Gonna heave one down the middle. That's completed to Gunnar Lewis. And he gets brought down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 32 yards. Stops the clock with 27 seconds.
This is the drive, the exact drive that San Diego needed. And that's really and truly, that's just bad defense there from Lone Star. There is no way that you can let Gunnar Lewis be that wide open in the middle of the field. That's just a broken coverage there from Lone Star. Now we're looking at San Diego here, threatening to put the ball in the end zone to end this half.
They're going to go 2 and 2 for 1st and 10. It is 1st and goal to go, they're going to say. Patterson going towards the corner of the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown, San Diego! Gunnar Lewis goes over the century mark and gets San Diego to within a touchdown, pending the extra point.
You couldn't have drawn that drive up any better for San Diego. I mean, that's exactly what they needed in order to get back into this game. They weren't totally out of it, but it started to look a little bleak there as Lone Star was able to put points on the board on a ton of consecutive drives. San Diego now finally getting the ball back into the end zone. Only 24 seconds left in the half. They're going to get the ball back, and they're going to get an opportunity, pending this extra point, to be able to tie this ball game up.
That drive going 5 plays, 77 yards. The kick from Finley is up and through. Makes it 27-20 with 24 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's the thing. Looking at the last 5 minutes of this quarter, we have seen a total of 24 points scored between these two teams just in the last 5 minutes of this game. It's been a bit of a shootout so far to finish the first half, and we have one more half of football to go. Kick here is on the way, and it'll be taken from about the 3-yard line. Soto's going to get to about the 26, about a 23-yard return on that play. Now with 19 seconds to go, you got to figure Lone Star will probably want to hold on to the ball here before they go to the half.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, again, same sort of situation for them, as it was for San Diego. You don't want to make any mistakes here. San Diego has a little bit of momentum after scoring a touchdown on that last drive. You don't want to make matters worse here.
Absolutely. Going to go 3 wide receivers here for first down. Ace going to throw. Oh, deep ball down the middle. It's nearly intercepted. In and out of the hands of Zach Lay, and the deflection from Ray Lenero III. Looking up second down.
Very, very dangerous play there. As you mentioned, Ray Lenero, they're making a beautiful play. They're just stepping in front of the wide receiver on that last play to ensure that he doesn't catch the ball there. I believe that was B. Robo. Zach Lay, again, almost getting the interception there. Certainly wish he had that opportunity back and give San Diego a chance to put even more points on the board here before the half ends.
And it does stop the clock. So a little bit of a benefit to San Diego, but there was only one timeout. You got to figure Lone Star's probably going to want to run this out and go into the tunnel. Second down and 10. They'll hand it off to Ike. She goes up the middle, only gets about back to the line of scrimmage before being taken down by Pete Mitchell. And that should be the last play of the half. So San Diego making it a close one. It's a high-flying shootout between both these squads. Going into the half, the Glory lead at 27-20. And there's a whole other half of football left to play. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on Twitch. And that second half is about to get started right now. Here in Denton, Texas, Ethan Muslin and Jay Hayden on the call for you here tonight. Ike McBride, Tristan Hatley doing stats for us in the truck. We always appreciate you making us look like very, very smart people. Greg Soto taking this from about the 5. Going to go up the middle. Shakes one tackle. Gets to the 30. Down to the 34-yard line. Nice return on the play for Soto. Almost broke another tackle to really wide open that play.
Yeah, my apologies there. I mentioned San Diego was going to get the ball back to put more points on the board. Obviously, Lone Star here has the ball to start this second half. So, great opportunity here for Lone Star to extend that lead that they already have.
Going to go into a heavy set here. Ace going to throw. Right side, and it will be completed. Ziggy Ronick getting his second catch of the day. Going to bring it up to the 49-yard line, just near that midfield stripe. It'll be a 15-yard gain for the Glory.
Yeah, I'm starting to see an equation here for Lone Star that's working out pretty well. If you need a decent amount of yards or a big play, just go to Ziggy Ronick. He's gotten 2 targets here for 24 yards. One was a touchdown, and that last play was for 15 yards. So, you need a big play, go to Ziggy Ronick. That's what they did on that last play, and they were able to get a first down.
Now just inside San Diego territory. 1st and 10, 2 receivers to the right side. With McBride in the backfield. He's going to throw the quick pass to Robo. It's going to be good for a first down. Going to get down to the 37-yard line. A good, tough gain of 12 yards.
Yeah, and something that, again, we noticed earlier in this ball game, it seemed like San Diego was doing a great job of throwing the tight ends and throwing those wide receivers off of their routes. Here, the last few drives for Lone Star, they haven't really been able to do that nearly as much. Ace Fennick has done a great job connecting with his wide receivers on multiple plays.
Now with 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right for first down. Quick step from Ace. Seeing a little bit of pressure, but he'll get it away. It's complete to Bravado, who will get it down to the 32 for another 5-yard gain.
Yeah, Mateo Bravado, second opportunity getting his hands on the ball. He has 1 carry earlier in the ball game for 4 yards. Here he gets his first catch of the ball game for 5. So they're going to have to make sure. I mean, you've got a ton of weapons here for Lone Star. Pick your poison. But Lone Star is doing a great job here using all of them.
And then go into a heavy pro set for 2nd and 5. Ace with the throw. Going to the left side, complete for the first down. Hanker will troll. That's his first catch of the day. Going to bring it up to the 25-yard line. Nice 7-yard gain for him and a first down.
Yeah, just when you think you have all the other weapons, under control, then all of a sudden Hank Earl Troll just appears out of nowhere. 6'6", 260 rookie making the play there.
Now 1st and 10 just inside the 25. Big step back for Ace. Sees some pressure. Throws down the middle. Nearly intercepted. 2 Mavs had the chance. Pete Mitchell and Leon Thunderman just couldn't get their hands on it, but it'll be incomplete for second down.
Yeah, their ace just got a little bit too greedy. I mean, he's been making some brilliant, very intelligent passes throughout this drive, on the last few drives, really, for Lone Star. That last play just wasn't one of them. Wanted to get those points on the board a little bit quicker than what he needed to there, and almost cost his team the ball.
Now second down and 10. Nickel pack for the Mavs on 3 wide receivers. Ace going to step back. Quick pass to the left side completed. Could be a 5-yard gain and knocked out of bounds. That is Deuce Vanek. So the Card Sharks doing their thing once again. Set up third down and 5.
Yeah, great timing there from Ace Fennick, getting the ball there to Deuce Fennick there on the sideline. If he waited a little bit longer, Marcus Hawk would have probably came away with worst case scenario, pass deflection on that play. Instead, they got the pass and they got the 5 yards.
Now the third down and 5. Real quick pass, lightning quick, and it's intercepted! Zach Holdorf saw the deflection, picked it away, and it's San Diego football at their own 20.
Yeah, it's only so many times you're going to be able to make mistakes with Zach Holdorf there, lurking in that defensive backfield. He's going to come away with interceptions, pass deflections, anything that your offense doesn't want, Zach Holdorf's going to come away with it. And there he comes away with the interception off of that tip drill, giving his offense the ball. No point scored for Lone Star. Exactly what San Diego needed.
Yeah, Leon Thunderman using his head on that play for sure. Pressure showing from Lone Star. They back off. Patterson with the quick pass, checking it down to Hammer. Only going to get about 2 yards on the play before getting wrapped up by Jay Mart. And that'll bring up second down and 8.
Yeah, we look at the way that this game looked, a few minutes ago, earlier in the second quarter, or midway through the second quarter. It looked like Lone Star was kind of getting their groove, figuring things out. Now San Diego has an opportunity to tie this football game.
Patterson faking the handoff, sees some pressure up the middle, going to heave one down the middle, and it's completed to the 40-yard line. A big 18-yard gain to Optimus Klein, and another first down for the Mavericks.
They are committed to running the play-action pass. And listen, if it's going to result in plays like that, you run it as often as you want. It wasn't working out too much in the first half at all. The defense wasn't fooled by it for obvious reasons. Again, that's the 32nd pass from Scar Patterson. No run attempts, none at all from this offense. But yet and still, that play-action pass was able to work. They got plenty of yards on it.
Yeah, comparing the rushing game, San Diego's only had 6 yards to 75 for Lone Star, and this pass intercepted. There's room to go, and out of bounds is Bo Martin Jr. He had the lane to get 6, but a good awareness by the San Diego offense to knock him out of bounds.
Yeah, the same thing goes, for any offense that's trying to throw the ball on Bo Martin Jr., the way we spoke about Zach Holdorf, you got to be careful when you see 44 in blue there, because he'll come away with an interception at any point in time. That's exactly what he does there. Not what San Diego needed, especially considering that drive looked pretty good up until that point.
So ball back in the hands of Lone Star with 4 wide receivers. Ace going to throw to his left. It's completed to Blue. Will get a 5-yard gain before getting knocked out of bounds by Pete Mitchell and Zach Lay to bring up second down and 5.
And those are the kind of plays that Lone Star needs if they want to extend this lead. I mean, again, you don't need anything down the field. You already are up by 7 points. And again, it looks like they're going to give them anything they want underneath. Go ahead and take those yards. Once again, you see on this play, those defensive backs are backing up. Take those yards underneath as often as you can.
Ace on the quick step will be completed. Looks like that's Blue once again. Getting the reception. It'll be about 4 yards this time. No, excuse me, that is Robo making the reception. They'll bring up third down and 1 for the Glory at the 30.
Yeah, and I mean, again, that's what you want. That's his 9th target today. Get him on those quick little out routes. He'll be able to catch the ball anytime you put it anywhere near him, and it gets you a good amount of yardage on those plays.
Heavy set for third and 1. They'll hand it off up the middle. And Bravado just keeping the patience going. Gets it to about the 27. It'll be about a 3-yard gain, and that's enough to move the chains for the first down.
Mateo Provato there showing the agility for a fullback. You don't generally see that kind of stuff, from your fullback, but that was a beautiful job there, finding the hole, getting the yardage, getting the first down.
1st and 10 at the 27. Two receivers to the left. Ace going to throw that way. Complete to McBride. Going to get wrapped up by Mitchell. And get about a 4-yard gain to get it to the 23.
And again, safe plays, Ethan. That's all they need, safe plays. You're at the 23-yard line here of San Diego. At this point, your worst-case scenario, you put 3 more points on the board. That's still extending your lead and making it a 2-possession game.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They've got time on their side on this one. McBride going to get hit at the line. They'll say it's about a 1-yard loss on the play. Mitchell again there to make the stop and bring up 3rd down and 7.
And here, let's see what they decide to do. Again, you don't need anything down the field. 3rd and 7. Yeah, you want the first down because ultimately you do want a touchdown, but you don't want to do anything dangerous that's going to result in no points on this drive.
3 wide to the right side, 1 to the left here for 3rd down. Dime package for San Diego. Ace stepping back, throws to his left. It's incomplete, caught out of bounds. Robo had the catch, but just a little less field than he'd like to have. And that should bring out the field goal unit for Lone Star. It'll be about a 41-yard attempt.
Yeah, not the best pass in the world there from Ace Finney, but that's okay. Once again, like we mentioned, you're going to get an opportunity here to put points on the board regardless. Make it a 2-possession game. Still not a failure as a drive there for Lone Star, although San Diego, I'm sure, glad they didn't get in the end zone.
Yeah, this will be about 41. Good snap, good hold. On its way. It is good. Let's say it was about 40 and change. That'll make it a 30-20 lead for Lone Star with 5:41 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Next weekend, Next Level Sports coverage of the Simulation Football League continues Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern when the Charleston Predators meet 3 of their former players and a former owner and the rest of the on-fire Minnesota legend. Sunday at 8:45 Eastern, Atlanta welcomes Las Vegas, seeking revenge for last season's blowout loss in a pivotal game for both teams' playoff chances. For a channel guide and more information about NXT, visit NLSE.com. And Vegas going to have themselves a good opportunity to get in. They're currently 6-4 after beating the Houston Headhunters. They pretty much control their own destiny in the playoff race. San Diego hoping to get themselves into it a little bit more as they get a run out from Hammer to the 32-yard line. San Diego right now at 3-6. They're going to have to win out the rest of the way if they want to have the shot, because 6-6 looks to be probably the last place mark for the playoffs. A lot of teams are going to really need to get 7-5 in order to have an opportunity to get into the postseason. 1st and 10 for San Diego with 3 wide receivers. Patterson, quick step, sees the pressure up the middle, gonna throw it out, and it's intercepted! Picked away by Lone Star, and one play is right back into the hands of the Glory, thanks in part to Rain Rie.
Rain Rie has made 2 of the best plays for this Lone Star defense. On one play, you look there, it looks like Liam Hammer could walk into the end zone if Scar Patterson could put the ball a little bit further down the field there. But Rain Rie comes away with the interception almost as if he was baiting Scar Patterson to throw the ball to that side. He does just that. Rain Rie comes away with the interception here, and Lone Star has all of the momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
Now back in San Diego territory at the 45. Hoping to extend this to possibly a 3-score game. Pass here to the right side is completed. And Deuce Vanek getting that reception. Now, will it look to be a bit of a worm burner pass, but it's good for a gain of 4.
Yeah, he's maybe be a little bit nervous considering on that last play from the last drive, he threw the ball too far out of bounds, to his target, resulting in an incomplete pass. So he kind of wanted to take a little bit off this time, resulting in a 4-yard gain.
2nd down and 6 on the I formation. Pass from Ace going to be completed to Bravado. Only going to get back to the line of scrimmage, though, with Mitchell making the stop. Going to set up 3rd down and 5.
And Ethan, this is a huge play here for San Diego. They need to have a sense of urgency here. Once again, we've talked about it ad nauseum. They have to win if they want a shot to stay in a shot at the playoffs. They've got to have that sense of urgency here.
Absolutely. This game is the most critical for San Diego so far. Pass down the middle here is completed for a first down to the 26-yard line. There's another ace-deuce card shark hit, and the setup first down for the Glory.
Hey, listen, we've talked about San Diego and what they need, but the reality is Lone Star wants to make the playoffs too. We're talking about a team, that was just in the SFL title game a season ago, went on that hot streak at the last few weeks of the season, and were able to get into the SFL title game. So they want to get back there as well, and they're showing it here.
So a new set of downs for the Glory. They go to the I formation. Pass again to the right side. This completed to Soto. He will step out of bounds at the 21-yard line, get a gain of 6, slowly moving the football and eating away at the clock that San Diego desperately needs.
Yeah, San Diego has two enemies right now, right? They have Lone Star on one side and they have the clock on the other. And so for Lone Star, for them to be able to have this kind of sustainable drive, easy plays, 5 yards here, 6 yards there, that's what they need right now.
He's going to step back for second down. Going to heave one to the end zone. This intercepted in the end zone for a touchback. Ray Lenurl III getting his second pick of the ball game.
And once again, they don't need those kinds of plays right now. You have the lead, and I know he trusts his arm, and he has unbelievable arm talent. We've seen those passes that he's made here in this ball game that's resulted in 2 touchdowns, but we've also seen the other side of that coin where it's resulted in interceptions. There, give credit to San Diego taking advantage of it, getting the interception, and now they have the ball.
They'll go in the shotgun with twins to the right for first down, faking the handoff once again, seeing the pressure. He'll throw to the right side for Gunnar Lewis, who goes out of bounds at the 24 for a gain of 6. Both Patterson and Fennick have 3 interceptions on their resume tonight. The only real difference has been in touchdown scores, with Scar Patterson getting 2 to Ace Fennick's 3. Otherwise, they've been very similar in yardage production. Scar Patterson 307, Ace Fennick only 1 shy of 300. Second down and 6, twins to the right side, offset I formation. Patterson gonna throw, has time, to the left side, docked away, incomplete. That one intended for Bill Cherry. It's knocked down by Jay Mart. That'll bring up third down and 6.
Very dangerous there. Jay Mart was going to have an opportunity to get an interception and perhaps a pick 6 there. He's had a pretty good game so far, 2 tackles, 2 assisted tackles. And there he almost got a touchdown on the board.
Now it'll be third down and 6. Patterson in the shotgun. He'll have 3 to his right, 1 to his left. Gonna go for the quick pass and incomplete. A little bit of good coverage there from Freddie Trammell to make sure there was no reception. That'll force a 3 and out.
Yeah, and if Freddie Trammell just would have turned around and looked at the quarterback, he probably would have came down with the interception. But I'm certain that wasn't what the defensive coordinator wanted for Lone Star. He wanted him watching that wide receiver there, and he was able to pass deflect that ball there. And either way, it results in a 4th down, and Lone Star will get the ball back here.
So now it'll be Alex Demian to punt this away. Bit of a low snap, but he'll get it off. Soto will take it from about the 38-yard line. Hits one tackler and going to get that to the 45. A nice 7-yard return to set up Lone Star in some pretty prime territory. The SFL Minor League is about to begin. Games kick off Friday, October 14th on SFL's YouTube channel, and it's not too late to create your player and get them involved in the next rookie class. Season 20's rookie draft takes place December 17th and 18th, so don't miss your chance. The sooner you create your player, the better your player will be on draft day. For more information, visit simulationfl.net. Jay, I know you and I are excited to bring back some Annapolis football for sure. Pass here on the left side, completed to Blue. That'll be another 9-yard gain, puts the ball in San Diego territory for second down.
Yeah, beautiful job there from this offensive Lone Star. Again, just running that little out route, getting the yards that they need. Something that I'm certain we'll see the Annapolis Navigators do quite often in the upcoming minor league season.
Second down and 1. It's a power I formation for Lone Star. Pressure showing from San Diego. Ace going to throw, seeing some pressure, throws it away to the left side. It's completed, but out of bounds. McBride made the catch, it looks like, so they'll set up 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, just a little bit off there on that pass, and we've seen that far too often here from Ace Fennick. Again, as you mentioned, he's had a pretty good game, but he's also had those 3 turnovers, 14 incompletions, so let's see what they do here on 3rd and 1.
They're going to go 2 and 2 with McBride in the backfield. Pressure showing from San Diego. And the pass here caught by Robo. They'll be caught for a 1st down. A nice 6-yard gain. Keeps the drive alive for the Glory now at the 40.
And listen, I'm a little bit nervous for Lone Star here because it's kind of what we've seen them do a few times already, especially on the previous drive and I think the drive prior to that as well. They do plays that are very safe, and then all of a sudden they want to go for the big play. Let's see if they do that on this drive.
Ace looks to be changing it up a little bit here. Throwing out to the right side. It'll be caught by Soto. Nice 7-yard gain before getting knocked out of bounds by Garrett Evans to set up 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, really simple. Really simple. They're giving them what they want underneath, and the more they get these 5-yard, 7-yard plays, the closer they get to the end zone. And once again, it's the same scenario as it was whenever they were able to put 3 points on the board to go up by 10. They don't need a touchdown here. Certainly they would love to get it, though.
2nd and 3 on the heavy pro set. They'll hand it off. Up the middle is Bravado. He'll get the 1st down and get about 5 yards to bring it up to the 28-yard line. Good stop on the play by Evans, but it's enough for the fullback to get the 1st.
And that's been the biggest thing that I've noticed, the balance. And I call it balance. Is probably not the right word to use considering they've only ran the ball 14 times and thrown it 48 times. But at least they've allowed their running backs opportunities to get the ball out of the backfield.
Heavy offset eye. This will be a free play for Ike McBride. She'll get caught in the backfield there, but it will not matter as I believe, let's see, I think that was number 93. That was Ledbetter who got offside, so that'll be a free 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction. Number 98, defense.
No, it's number 98. Excuse me. So that is going to be Mac Dre, the defensive end, who is caught for the no-no. So it'll be a free 5 for the Glory. Sets up 1st and 5.
Yeah, not what you need if you're San Diego, but it's they respect the rookie week 2 signing. They know he's just trying to make a play there, but he just got a little bit too excited on that last play.
Jumbo pro set for 1st and 5. Panic will hand it off to Bravado. Gets caught at the line, going to get about a yard to get out to the 21-yard line. Nice stop there from Thunderman, and bring up 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, great tackle there from Thunderman. But once again, you see the agility from Mateo Bravado. Didn't result in a ton of yards there, but it's just fascinating to see a 6'2", 240-pound fullback moving the way he does in the hole.
Another jumbo package here for 2nd and 4. Will probably be the last play of the quarter. Ace going to screen it out. It's completed to Troll, who will get down to the 19-yard line, getting stopped there. And that'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. It's time for the chat to bring up some 4s, 12s, 86, and 68s up, because we got 1 quarter of football left to play, and it's a good one. Lone Star leads it by 10 over the Mavs, 30-20. This is the SFL, presented by APM Music on Twitch. So we flip the field here to start the 4th quarter. Ethan Muslin and Jay Hayden here on the call tonight. Beautiful day for football here in Denton, Texas. 3rd down and 1 from the 19. Hand off to McBride, going to the right side, gets the 1st down. She'll get about 3 yards and get stopped up at the 16-yard line. Great 3rd down conversion for the Glory to keep the ball in their hands.
Yeah, nothing fancy there. All they needed was that blocking from this offensive line and also from the tight ends, Garrison Blue and Hank Earl Troll. They did a great job blocking on that last play as well and resulted in just enough yardage to extend this drive and keep that clock running.
They're going to go 3 wide to the right here for 1st down. They go that way, and it's completed to Soto, who will run out of bounds at the 11. Didn't have much opposed to him, but just couldn't turn the corner there quick enough and set up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and doesn't it kind of feel as though maybe they're wearing this defense out just a bit, just with their ability to pound the rock via the run game and their ability to throw the ball on those out routes. It seems as though this defense is kind of getting a little worn out here.
Second and 11, three wide receivers. Quick pass for Ace, gonna get it. Oh, and a nice little extension on that play by Mateo Bravado, keeping that thing moving. What looked to be about no gain turns into a 3rd and 1.
Zach Lay holding on for dear life there. He's had an unbelievable game so far. He's holding on for dear life to make sure that Mateo Bravado is not able to get the first down there, and he is 1 yard short.
3rd down and 1. He's going to throw to Ike McBride. She'll get the first down and into the end zone. Touchdown, Lone Star.
You're talking about wearing out a defense. Look at this replay. I mean, Ike McBride, she'd had enough of this drive. She's like, all right, I just want to get in the end zone and end this thing now. She trucks 2 San Diego Maverick defenders on her way to the touchdown, to the end zone, to extend this lead, pending the extra point here to 17 points. Great drive there from Lone Star, and an even better play there, even better effort from Ike McBride.
Drive going 12 plays for 56 yards as the kick from Matt Fennick is up and through. 4 running plays, 7 passing plays. Makes it a 37-20 game with 9:40 to go here in the 4th quarter. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life. Inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service, APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Hammer bringing this out from his own end zone. He'll bring it up to the 22-yard line. And a nice return. Oh, and we have an injury on the play. That's Forrest Everhart. That is one of the secondary players for Lone Star. He is the secondary linebacker on this play. Let's see what happened here. Everything seems okay, and it looks like he might have tweaked himself on that tackle when he was making the play. Maybe something, maybe about his leg or something around there. We'll get an update if we can on his condition as soon as we get it. So that will set up San Diego at their own 22-yard line, now down by 3 scores. Patterson in the shotgun. They have 3 wide receivers. Stepping back, going to heave one down the middle. Nice completion on the play. That one caught by number 81, Gunnar Lewis. Sets up a first down at the 39, a nice 17-yard pass.
And there you see, I mean, you can blame, a ton of stuff that's resulted in this game so far in terms of it not being or not playing out the way San Diego would have wanted it to. But you cannot blame Gunnar Lewis because he's had an unbelievable game so far. 8 receptions for 131 yards.
That first down now at the 39. Patterson on the quick step. Goes to his right. Completed Optimus Klein. He'll get tackled out of bounds by Albert Begin and get a nice 6-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, I think that's his 5th catch, of the day. So he's had a few catches as well. But once again, and at this point, there's no need. They cannot run the ball because they have to get back into this game. So they're going to have to pass the ball here as often as they can.
So 2nd down and 4. Nickel pack for Lone Star. They'll fake the handoff. Patterson throws to his left. Complete for the first down. Gunnar Lewis runs out of bounds. Stopping the clock once again, but a good first down. Now they're in Lone Star territory.
Yeah, and it's almost as if the defense kind of anticipated the ball going that way. The entire defense shifted to that far side of the field. Scar Patterson decided to throw it over there on that out route anyway and was able to get the yards he needed for first down.
They're going to set up in a tight end flex here for 1st and 10. 2 players in the backfield. A little pressure from Lone Star. They back it off a little bit. Patterson sees some pressure, gets to the quick pass down the middle, and that one completed to Gunnar Lewis. That's his 10th catch of the day. To bring up a 2nd and 6 on the 4-yard gain.
Yeah, once again, Gunnar Lewis just having yet another impressive game. not a surprise by any means, considering what he's done over his career.
Yeah, 10 receptions, 144 yards so far. This one they handed off to Pierce, and it's good for a first down. That's his first official run of the game, and it goes for 7.
You want to catch a defense by surprise? Run the ball for the first time in the fourth quarter. Like that certainly will catch a defense by surprise, especially when you're down by 17 points. Great job there from Christian Pierce. Great play call. I have to give it to him. That was a great job calling the play when they did. Unfortunately, the time is still running, and it's not a friend at all for San Diego.
Yeah, 7.5 minutes to go here in the game. They're still down 17. They got to get it a little bit closer. Patterson going to throw to his left, completes it to Klein, who will get just got hit before he went out of bounds, it looks like. Nate Hall was there on that play to bring up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and this really and truly is a great drive here for San Diego. They've done a great job of taking what the defense is giving them. They're going to give them those underneath routes. Scar Patterson, one of the best pass throwers in our league, and he's showing it here on this drive.
Patterson with some time in the pocket is going to get it to Hammer to be short of the first down. Nice little tackle on that play. Looks like it was Trammell and Bo Martin Jr. on the stop. It's now 3rd down and very short to go.
Yeah, Liam Hammer there running that little underneath route. Needed to run it about a yard deeper than what he did and then cut it inside and perhaps be able to get the first down. Unfortunately, he turned it inside a little bit too early.
3rd down and very short to go. About a piece of paper. Faking the handoff. Patterson throws to his right. Tipped away. And it's intercepted. There's a pickoff from Mickey McGuire. He's got room at the 50. Down to the 49 of Lone Star. Oh, if he had a few more Jets on there, he would have been gone to the house. But a big pick by Mickey McGuire gets the ball back in Lone Star hands.
Yeah, that's about one of the most beautiful tip drills you're ever going to see in any football game, in any league there. Albert McGinn being the first defender there to get his hands on the ball, and then it's followed up there, as you mentioned, by Mickey McGuire getting the interception. Already had 2 pass deflections in this ball game, but there he didn't want the pass deflection. He wanted the ball in his hands and almost resulted in a pick 6.
And that's been the key difference between Patterson and Fennec, as Fenneck's going to throw this one to Robo and get about, will probably be about 13 yards on the play to get the first down. Patterson with 2 touchdowns and 4 picks, while Ace Fennec has 4 touchdowns and 3 picks. Literally a difference of about 30 between the two in QBR.
You're absolutely right. And the thing that's so interesting to me as well, in conjunction with that, is Ace Fennec 53 passes today. I mean, if you said somebody was going to have 53 passes, we'd probably think it'd be Scar Patterson, but not in this ball game.
Clock still running, 6:10 to go. They're going to hand it off to McBride. Going to get a couple of yards on the play. Brought down to 36. Oh, a little slow to get up there is Pete Mitchell, but he's up and running, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. You're trying to tackle the train that is Ike McBride coming through with her head straight into your chest muscle. You know, it'll take the breath out of you for sure.
Absolutely. McBride going to get the ball again here. Going to go to the right side. Only going to get about another 2 yards. And Mitchell there again to make the play. And now they'll set up 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, and if I would have been able to cut outside on that last play, I know she's getting a little bit tired here with the number of carries that she's had, particularly on this drive. But if she was able to cut outside there, she might still be running.
Now 3rd down and 6. 3 wide receivers against a nickel package. Ace on the quick step, throws left, caught by Robo. Gonna get stopped short of the first down. That's a good stop by the San Diego defense, who will hold Lone Star to a field goal and keep it a 3-score game.
Yeah, Lenuro there actually kind of read that play prior to receiver even cutting out on that out route there. He kind of saw what was happening, cut to the wide receiver, and was able to make the defensive play, made the tackle before they were able to get the first down.
This will be about a 46-yard attempt from the left hash. Bit of a high snap, but it's on its way and through. That'll make it 40-20. Now a 20-point deficit for San Diego. It'll be a three-touchdown situation for the Mavs to try to flip this into their favor. But time is winding down for them as they've only got about 4:48 to go here in the game.
Yeah, this is a massive uphill battle, here for San Diego, trying to come back from 20 with only 4 minutes and 48 seconds. Pretty much a season here, on the line. Obviously, we've got 2 more weeks left in this regular season, but for them, they wanted that opportunity to get into the postseason for the first time in franchise history.
And that run from Hammer is going to bring that to the San Diego 22-yard line. And yeah, it's a bit of an uphill climb right now. But if San Diego can strike and strike quickly, they'll have themselves an opportunity to possibly get to within a touchdown. But they're going to have to. They've got 2 enemies. They've got the defense of Lone Star, and they've got the clock they've got to worry about. 1st and 10 for Patterson. Gonna heave one down here to the right side, deflected off the head of Mickey McGuire. So that'll be incomplete. There's the update on Forrest Everhart. Unfortunately, his night is done due to that hairline fracture. But thankfully, in the SFL, if you are injured, you are only done for the game, and then you are right back on the field next week. We got ourselves some marvelous technology to keep you nice and healthy. If only I had something like that to keep myself nice and healthy. 2nd down and 10. They're going to go 4 wide from the shotgun. Patterson with some time. Down the right side, incomplete. That one intended for number 16, Clarence Dart. Albert Begin there to help out on the coverage to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, there Albert Begin pretty much just shot upfield. Almost came away with the interception there, I'm certain he could have the opportunity back. He probably would come down with an interception. But here's a massive 3rd and 10 for San Diego. They've got to get the first down here if they want to extend this drive and keep their season alive.
3rd down and 10. 2 wide on each side. Patterson on the quick step. Screens it out to the left. It's complete to Gunnar Lewis. It's going to go out of bounds at the 26. Only going to get about 4 yards on the play. We're going to bring up 4th down and 6.
Yeah, and that's the kind of play that you want on 1st down or 2nd down. You don't want that on 3rd and 10, particularly with it being this late here in the ball game. Here, obviously, they're going to try to go for it in order to extend this drive here. But it's going to be really tough for them to get to 6 yards here. They're deep in their own territory.
4th down and 6. Patterson from the shotgun. Has time. Down the middle. Complete for the 1st down. They'll keep going. Good shot there to the 43-yard line. A nice pass to Gunnar Lewis. Now a fresh set of downs for the Mavs. They're going to go no huddle. Patterson a little under pressure. Going to get completion underway. It looks like that was caught by Cherry. Nice little completion for 7. Gets it to the midfield stripe. Now with about a little over 4 minutes to go. A little pass here from Patterson. Complete to Hammer. Going to get it to the 36. A nice 14-yard gain to get to a 1st down. Resetting into the set. Anderson going to heave one out to the right side. Tipped and incomplete. Nice coverage on that play from McGuire. Almost had himself another interception. Going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was some incredible passing there from Scar Patterson on the hurry-up offense session they just had just a second ago. But that last pass, as you mentioned, that was very, very close to resulting in yet another interception from Mickey McGuire.
2nd down and 10. They'll go back to 2 and 2. Dime package for Lone Star. 3:52 to go here in the ball game. Patterson with the step back and a throw. Oh, that was a dangerous one. Looked like that was Gunnar Lewis, the intended target, but a swarm of Glory defenders around him. Gonna set up 3rd down.
Yeah, Gunnar Lewis has a ton of speed, but I think Scar Patterson assumed that he had far more speed than he does, at least this late in the ball game. Probably a little worn down, after that no-huddle session they had a little while ago.
3rd down and 10. They're back into that set that did really well for them in the no-huddle. Patterson throws to his right, and it's nearly intercepted again by McGuire. That one intended for Liam Hammer. That's going to set up 4th and 10.
Well, you know, it's something that you've heard for years as it pertains to defensive backs. You know, defensive backs are basically wide receivers that couldn't catch, you know. So that's pretty much what we saw there from Mickey McGuire, getting his 4th pass deflection. Now, he has had 1 interception, as we mentioned before, but he definitely should have come down with that one on that last play.
So now it'll be 4th down and 10. San Diego trying to keep themselves alive in this drive. Patterson gonna heave it down the middle. It's complete for a first down. Great catch there from Gunnar Lewis. Gets it to the 11-yard line. A big 4th down conversion. Sets up now at the 11. Getting back into that same set. Patterson trying to get under center now. Less than 3:30 to go.
Taking too much time here.
Yeah, now down to 3:20. Patterson faking the handoff. Looking to the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown! Optimus Klein! San Diego now puts it to within 2, pending the extra point.
7th target, 7th catch for Optimus Klein. 85 yards in his first touchdown here of the ball game. That's a beautiful pass. And I mean, you know, how often do you hear that? Have you heard that statement? Beautiful pass from Scar Patterson, right? Incredible job there on that drive. There was a few times, of course, as we mentioned, Lone Star could have come away with a turnover, with an interception, maybe even a pick 6. You know, worst case scenario for San Diego. That wasn't the result. They get the interception. They get the touchdown there, and now they got an opportunity here after putting up the extra point. Perhaps they're going to go here for the onside kick and try to get the ball back and put up more points.
And the extra point there is up and through. Now it's a 13-point game with 3:18 to go here in the 4th quarter. They do look like they're going for the onside kick. That last drive, 11 plays, 78 yards, all passes, and 2 big 4th down conversions to put San Diego within 2 scores. Onside kick on its way. Will be easily handled by Lone Star. It'll be taken down to the San Diego 37-yard line. So this will be a big stand for the San Diego defense. They can't really give up a first down here, because then you're going to put yourself into field goal range.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the that's the danger, if you will, of the onside kick. But you don't have a choice. You know, this late in the ball game, you got to get the ball back. Unfortunately for them, they weren't able to do so.
And that'll be 1st and 10 from the offset eye. Ike McBride going to cut to her left and get about 7 yards on the play. Sets it down right at the 30-yard line. And now the clock's going to start winding down. We're going to have about 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, and at some point, of course, San Diego's going to start burning those timeouts. They're just trying to find the right time, you know, right now to start using those timeouts. And, of course, more importantly, you know, they want to keep Lone Star from getting the first down here and just ending the ball game altogether if they get enough of those first downs.
Yeah, probably 1 first down here, bring it to the warning. A second one will probably ice the ball game. 2nd and 3. Hand off to McBride to the left side. Going to get the first down and a little bit more down to the 23-yard line. Nice game there for Ike McBride. We're probably going to see a lot of her for the rest of this football game.
Yeah, there's no question about it. You see that blocking there from Mateo Bravado, you know, from this offensive line for Lone Star, just opening up those holes for Ike McBride, which she doesn't need a ton of it. I mean, again, she's a powerful running back. But that helped her out a ton to be able to get that first down here, but does absolutely nothing for San Diego to stay in this ball game.
And that's going to bring us down to the 2-minute warning. We got 2 minutes to go here in Denton, Texas. San Diego down by 13, hoping to close that gap and keep their playoff hopes alive. You're watching the SFL, presented by APM Music on Twitch. And you see there the upper left of your screen, that game on Next Level Sports just went final. Florida winning 37-21 to maintain their hold in the East Division. Bit of a close one there. Pass here's completed, and that'll be a timeout for San Diego. Hank Earl Troll getting the reception. That win for Florida puts them at 6 wins. One more win will likely cinch them the East Division and a playoff spot. Otherwise, if they lose out the rest of the way, it would be Louisiana's to hold. So they are in control of their own destiny, and they will face this Lone Star team next week. Second down and 6. Handoff up the middle for Bravado. No, going nowhere there. Another timeout called by San Diego. That'll make it 3rd down and 6. If they hold them here, it would still be a 2-score game, but San Diego would have to score 2 2-point conversions in order to make it happen.
Yeah, and if you've got any faith in any offense to be able to do it, San Diego's that offense. I mean, they're able to do it. They just got to cut down on those mistakes here.
3rd down and 6. And he's going to throw it to the right side. It's wide open catch for Greg Soto. And that will be the final timeout for San Diego. Stops the clock with 1:48 to go. So it's not done yet, but the clock will be running. And if I'm doing my math correctly, they might be able to go into victory formation right now. And
yeah, the conversation.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, pretty much null and void at this point. They're just going to kneel the ball here and run as much time out as they can.
That's exactly what they're going to do. So Lone Star going to go to 6-4. They are in the bottom of the pack in the South Division, tied with Houston, who are also 6-4. They lost against Las Vegas this week. And they are 1 game back from Fort Worth and Mexico City, who are both 7-3. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're 7. Excuse me. Fort Worth is 7-4. Mexico City 7-3. But they are just one. They are still going to be about a game back. That South Division is tight.
Yeah, the South Division for seasons after season after season has pretty much been, one of the most difficult divisions to win in the entire SFL for sure. But the thing, once again, I find incredibly interesting. Again, we mentioned it earlier. Lone Star was able to go on that impressive run towards the end of the season that allowed them to get into the SFL championship game. And it looks like they're starting to find their footing once again here at the end of this season. We'll see if that ends up being the case for Lone Star, but they've got a ton. I mean, again, as you mentioned, Mexico City, Fort Worth, Houston, they've got some great teams in their division.
Yeah, they've got a lot of great teams, and to be honest with you, I would not be surprised if we see all 4 teams in the South Division make the playoffs. They are just that good. Mexico City next week is going to be taking on Denver, who are now out of the playoffs after they have defeat to Florida. Houston's going to take on Jacksonville and Fort Worth, so it's very likely we are going to see a lot of 7-win teams in the South Division, so it'll make a very interesting setup for the end of the season. There's zeros on the clock, and Lone Star now going to 6-4. They will now hopefully get the chance in the playoffs. And look at this. Look at the passing yardage here. A combined 781 yards passing offense from both of these quarterbacks. You almost thought Ace Fennick was playing for San Diego.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. We mentioned it earlier about, the pass attempts that Scar Patterson had in a previous game. 71 pass attempts just a week or two ago. And now here he comes back with 55. But Ace Fennick has 56 pass attempts, in his own right with 4 touchdowns and albeit the 3 picks. But just a great job overall for Lone Star. I mean, they needed this win, had to have this win to stay on the path that they've been on, to stay on that win streak that they've been on so far in the last couple of games. Lone Star has shown that they are going nowhere. They are a team to be reckoned with. They're a team you have to respect, if you're going to be on the opposite side of the field against them. Whether it's passing the ball, whether it's running the ball, it does not matter. Lone Star has done a phenomenal job making sure, and we're just speaking offensively right now, in terms of their ability to be proficient and to be successful here in our league. But defensively, they did a great job as well. Understandably so, they allowed it 429 yards, but it's against the best pass offense, we've seen in some time here in the SFL. But they were also able to turn over that pass offense 4 times here today. Just a great job overall from Lone Star.
Absolutely, yeah. They had the 4 interceptions, 11 pass deflections, so they did a really good job of knocking a lot of Scar Patterson's throws down to the ground. And yeah, for 430 yards passing for Scar Patterson, a bit of an above average day, but just couldn't get anything going to help take down Lone Stars. We kind of talked about in the start of the show, San Diego on the lower end of points allowed. You kind of saw it there from that point tally. Ace Vanek, player of the game honors today, 39 of 53, 352 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and he ran for 2 rushing yards all by himself. That'll do it for us here in Denton, Texas. Once again, final score, Lone Star Glory 40, San Diego Mavericks 27. And for everybody here in the booth, Mr. Jay Hayden, I'm Ethan Muslin. Of course, we got to give our thanks to our statisticians, Ike McBride, Tristan Hatley, and our producer extraordinaire, Cameron Irvine. That'll do it for Week 12. Week 13 is just around the corner in a few days. Can't wait to see how the playoffs pull out. Until then, see you next time.